Hey guys, welcome back to P3D. Merry Christmas. Hope you guys are having a lovely Christmas. And these wheels and the truck have got a weird mesh. But hey, so as it's Christmas today, Christmas Day, 25th of December, I hope I don't upload this on a different day. Yeah, so 25th of December. And so what we're going to do is go off to Lapland. Yeah, Lapland, pretty much, and we're going to go with a Norwegian. The Lapland airport is very hard to pronounce. What I think it is, I don't know how you pronounce it. It might be easy, but I think it's Rovaniemi, which is EGKK-EFRO, which is in Lapland, pretty much. So our flight time will be about 3 hours in the 737-800 with Norwegian Air International. I know this is an air shuttle livery. There aren't really many good international liveries. They're just blank there. So I just chose a simple livery by PMDG. And let's go off to Rovaniemi, which is, I still don't know. It might be that. But yeah, let's go and, well, technically the time is 5:10. Something like that. 5:19 actually now. To load this in at 5. So yeah, 20 past 5 in the morning, that is, at Gatwick Airport. And yeah, the night lighting's alright. We do have dynamic lighting, which is good. And it is UK 2000, so it's not basic, but it's pretty good. And we're going to be taking off on 26 left, like normal today. And be 3-hour flight. And then we're coming in on runway 21 at our arrival airport. So like I said, a 3-hour flight, and let's jump in, set the cockpit, and let's get things set up here. So, actually catering is already finished. I'm going to close those doors, but what I want to do is get some ground power up here, so we can get actually ground connections and set that up here, and activate that, set ground power, and let's go and get some panel lighting here. If I can, there we go. We will pretty much need this most of the flight, as at Lapland, which is north of Finland, if you guys didn't know, is pretty much, there's like only 1 hour of daylight, I think, something like that. So yeah. Well, so it's pretty much 25th of December for you guys. Might be different for other countries, actually. There might still be in the 25th, but it is 25th of December at 10 AM GMT, if you guys are watching it in the first minute of its upload. Yes, this is GMT time. Yeah, don't know what I was going to say then, but something is about to be said, and I can't remember now. Okay. Right, let's go back into the cockpit here, or the flight deck, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to quickly set up some things, just make it a bit, not all the way off, whoopsies, just a bit nicer in here. See, I like make it the screen black. I don't know about you guys, but I think it looks better. It's a bit black instead of blue. So that's like that. So we do have some boarding going on right now. I want to go and get the IRSs lined up here, so they can go to nav on the IRSs, which you can just see there. And apparently it's a fast line, and so we are lining pretty fast. And I'm also going to set the barrier efforts as well. So HPA. Click the letter B, which is live weather as well. And 1034. Right. Came out here for a specific reason. And just remembered why I came outside. Yeah, so it is the 25th of December, and just saying this recording date for me is the 22nd of December. So the weather won't be exactly to plan, but hey. Got nice British Airways 777 over there, another A319 maybe. I think that is. Got some Condors, Thomas Cook pretty much. Over there, those are still the old livery actually. Hopefully they can update that. So you got the big 757s there, which is good. Right, let's get back inside the cockpit and let's set up the aircraft. So we need to go to enter our IRS positions. It's already told us to do that, which we're going to do. We are at Gatwick, so EGKK at Sand. It's pretty much stand, but gate 21. And this is our GPS position coming in right now. GPS left. And I can enter that in there. So EGKK to EFRO, which is the company route. And actually, about passengers are finished boarding, which is good as well. We're taking off on 26 to the left. And our flight number today is IBK, which is Norwegian Air International, not shuttle. And it is 2968. Activate that and execute it. You can see I know all routes in there, which is good. And we go to the Perfinite page, not put on a 0 fuel weights because we haven't put any fuels in. Haven't set that up yet. So we can go to the menu page and I don't know where the kilos, there we go. And there we go. So right, fuels. So now we're in kilos here. We're actually going to be using 10 tons of fuel today. 18 kilos, or not using 10 tons, having 10 tons on board, which is about 50% really. And we're going to have a 0 fuel weight of 60.7, which gives us a load level of 94.4%. So it's pretty full flight. We're going to be using 7 tons of fuel though, 7.7 to be exact. So we can go and put that in. With our final reserve at 1.2. Cost index, not sure, so just going to bog standard number, which is not 30, it's 20. Trip cruise, it does say 370, could be cruising at 350 today. That's that. And our transition altitude is not 18,000 feet out of Gatwick, it is indeed actually 6,000 feet, so we can go and enter that in. Execute that. Don't worry about the cruise wind. We can actually go and put that in and the legs page. We don't worry about this. And so N1 limits. So just a D rate of 1 today. Selected outside temperature of 35 degrees gives us an N1 of 90.1%. Even though we're quite heavy, but we have what's the runway length? 3,316 meters at Gatwick, so we're pretty much good there. Flaps 15 for takeoff, and those are the V speeds for today. So yeah, let's take a look outside of the British Airways there. Got anything on the right of us? Yes, we've got the Portugal airline TAP or TAP. Sadly, there aren't actually many Portugal airports that are compatible with Prepared version 4, and the ones, if you just want to like port it over, it's still pretty bad and it does not look amazing. Like Mega Airport Lisbon by Aerosoft, that's really old. That is so old, it's like crazy. So it's really bad, and no one buy it until a new thing comes out for Lisbon. Right, let's go and set up the MCP here. So we get the VORs on there, data and weather, traffic on, and all the way zoomed in on this side for R&D and the co-pilot or the officer, senior officer, trainee, whatever you want to call them. I can just change that to HPA there. Can have their certain one, but I like to keep it on terrain. I can just peek over, take a look at it, and traffic can come on for that as well. Yeah, it's already on. It's good. So I think boarding's completed already. I didn't really see that, so it's going to close the doors here, and the APU should be starting up. There we go, APU is available, so we can go switch to the APU generator. APU is active, and we can go and actually set the parking brake, and remove the wheel chocks and everything else. That's it in a ref, N1 limit, and let's go set up the rest of this. So 144 is our V2 speed today, along with a runway heading of 258, like so, and cruising altitude of 350. And down here we can go and set up just here as well, 350. Like so, that's good. And right, let's go get some signs on here. So emergency exit lights, these should have been turned on. Turn the cabin crew, we're about to get pushback. Turn on the window heats and the probe heats like that. Racer fans can stay on auto. Packs can stay off till after the pushback. Yaw damper after the packs for the engine start. Same with the yaw damper. Gonna get the fuel pumps on now, so they can all come on. Gonna get the anti-collision light on, logo, and the wing, all of them, and that can go to both on the ignition. Right, pretty much good for pushback. Let's go and request GSX for a pushback then, and download, and no. So let's go and get rid of the jetway, and it's going, which is good, and GSX is gonna push this back. Yeah, so our V1 is 138, VR 139, and V2 144. I should do runway wind as well, which is technically the same as surface wind, which is, if I can enter in, at the sky I can find out, over 250 at 4 knots. There's no runway slope models, so that can just go like that, and it should be pretty much the same. Yes it is, that's good. Alright, let's bring that back, I want to see what it is. So yeah, I'm running the latest version of Ultimate Traffic Live with 1.1, and that's pretty good. Do actually see an increase in frames actually. I'm pretty proud of. Sadly, well not sadly, they said they were going to update model. I think, maybe I just read it wrong. I think they said they're going to update models and the liveries because they ported the Ultimate Traffic 2 models and liveries, so it's not really up to date. So we got the Condor, the old livery there, and I hope they can get some newer liveries in throughout the next couple of updates. But without further ado, let's get the engine started. So let's go and get all the hydraulics set up, and let's go and get engine number 2 started up. So we're looking for an N2 of 25 percent. Hopefully it won't take too long to get that. 15% already, and 20%. Is it? Yeah, it's raining currently as well. Pretty bad. And there's 25%, so we can go and bang in the fuel there. Also, I want to go and get some wipers, and I have no idea where they are. Here they are. I also want to set up this to be weather and T, which I think it means terrain or turbulence. It's one of the two. But yeah. Alright, actually should have started the timer. So that's started now. Alright, start number 1. Alright, pushback will be stopping soon as well. There you go, parking brake is set. Right, 20%. 24 and 25. There's that engine starting up. So we're due, actually, we are quite early. All the passengers have boarded of 137. So that's all good. So we are 20 minutes early. We actually real-time flight is meant to be at 5:50, so it's 10 to 6. So relatively early actually. Also, brake can come to RTO. Right, let's go and get the actually, I'm gonna wait for engine. There we go. It's all stable. So both generators are on, and generator 1 active, and APU can come off. Yaw damper on. Packs can come to auto, and the APU bleed off. And that's pretty much the overhead setup. Don't think I have the dim lights on, do we? Dome lights, not dim lights. Alright, left is clear, right is clear. Right, turn-offs and tax lights can come on. And we should get going. So, let's go and quickly do a flight control check. So full left, full right, all the way down, all the way up, and the rudder all the way to the left and right. I'm going to quickly, before we get taxiing as well, we're going to set the trim of 4.15. There we go. Right, now we can go and release the parking brakes, which is that set. Bring in some power, and let's go and get taxi to 25 left. 25, 26, 26, sorry. 26 to the left. So we're going to be taxiing down Kilo, which is what we're doing right now, and going to the left up November, then Zulu, and then the Mike, Alpha hold short, sorry. Right, let's go set flaps 15 as well. That's 1, 2, 5, 10, 15. Hopefully I've set that right. Which I have. Nice. Don't taxi too fast here. Come around the corner at an amazing speed. Let's just slow it down a bit. Also some good news as well. News. I thought it was something else then. From PMDG. So I've been wanting to have them do the 737 MAX. I don't know how many times I've said it on the channel. Every time I've flown this aircraft, I kept saying, I really want to see PMDG do a 737 MAX. And then their latest post, well, at this time of recording, they have said that they've been working on the 747 expansion, which is the 8i and the 8F, which are pretty cool. Oh, hello. I just hit the wrong button. Yeah, so they've been working on that, and they said they've been pretty maxed out with the max in capital letters, which I think is kind of hinting to the max, the 737 MAX, which is pretty cool. And I think I've just taken the wrong turn here. No, I'm pretty much I'm fine. This is Zulu. Could have gone down Alpha actually, which is just that one just there. But Zulu will be fine today. So flaps is set to 15, which is good. Gears down, I don't know why it wouldn't be. Auto brake is on RTO. Don't need for any spoilers to be armed, which is fine. We can go and set the engine speeds to continuous if you wanted to. And we can go and get rid of the wing light now. Alpha is here, which is literally straight up to the Alpha hold short. Which is straight ahead of us now. And they're going to check at the sky if anything is arriving into Gatwick, which actually there is none, which is good. Hopefully there's actually any other traffic, because okay, at the sky is saying there's no air traffic, like literally in the sky. It's a bit worrying. That's fine, don't worry. Maybe that was an update, maybe we don't need to see any air traffic in the sky, I'm not sure. Probably we should actually see some. But this has started the Ultimate Traffic Live, so all aircraft spawn on the ground and then they should start taking off and landing by themselves over time. So, bring in the power, enter the runway, so get all the landing lights on. Taxi light can come off though, and the strobes can come on too. I have flight directors on. I'm going to set the nav. No, we can't set anything yet. That's fine. Right, I'm going to slowly align ourselves up. I'm going to start the timer. Get us about 50% on the end one. Make sure we are stabilised. Hit the trigger. Make sure our TCAS is set, which it is. Alright, airspeed is alive. Let's go and slowly make our way to the centre of the runway. And I will need to get some floodlights on. It's dark. 80 knots. It's passing 100 knots there.
V1.
Rotate. Right, we've got a positive rate of climb, gear up. That screen is bright, I can't really see where the flight director is telling me to go. I'm hoping the trim will help me on that. Let's go and turn that down a bit. Yeah, okay, that's good. Right, I'm going to start our bank to the right. Hopefully LNAV comes alive and VNAV as well. And I'm going to get the autopilot on. There we go. Apparently VNAV comes off. There we go. Hopefully we don't get any overspeed because, yeah, our speed's leveling now. That's good because we got a high VNAV. Right, come on, shaders. There we go. Beautiful. It's Gatwick in the background. Goodbye to that, and hello to, well, not just yet. We will say hello to Rovaniemi, whatever it is. I don't know. So, yeah. Right, let's go and start reducing our flaps down now. This flap's 10. Flaps 5. And all the way in now. Up to flaps up. So we're going to be climbing out to 350 now. Hopefully there aren't any restrictions, are there? No, there aren't, because I did not put the departure in. I thought we went a bit too quick. Yeah, so sorry about that. No departure. Right. So we're going to go straight off to our flight plan, pretty much. With no departure, I don't know. Okay, I haven't flown this in 2 weeks. So please let me off that. So I'm going to bring this up to what we like. Yeah, so hope you... yeah, 2 weeks. That's been a while for a flight simulator, you know. That rain. And make sure these are all set to park. So we're literally about to pass our transition altitude soon as well. So gear can come off with a successful takeoff. And we can set standard pressure soon. As we literally fly past 6,000 feet like so. Hope you enjoyed that crazy takeoff with no departure out of Gatwick. Straight to our desired waypoint of CLN. Which is pretty much Clacton, VOR. Whoopsies. But yeah, I'll see you in the descent down into the airport in Finland, Lapland. And I'll see you in 3 hours' time. Enjoy the cinematics. Goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back into our descent down into Rovaniemi in Finland, Laplands. Sorry about the bad FPS. It is actually the sunrise. This is causing that currently. So come back into the cockpit, look away from it. Yeah, we got our FPS back, which is good. So yeah, I think we're going to be landing a bit earlier than 3 hours. We did have a lovely tailwind on our way here. So actually 2.5 hours that we've been flying for. Get to the program page, and we should be landing in about 20 minutes. This will be 15 minutes. 15 minutes? Yeah, about that. Early than we should have been, which is good. Right, let's go to the descent page and the forecast, and I can actually just go and put in 4,000 feet, which is our transition level. And init ref, along with the flaps 30 landing today. It's a speed of 147. The runway length is 3,002 meters long, and that's our ILS, which we can actually go and punch in 111.7, because I've already done the arrival, so we got that set up, which is good. Like so, on both sides. It's active down there, which is good. And we can also go and set our course, which is 206. And the other side, obviously, 206. And we can also actually go and set the QNH ready for when we arrive. I know on arrival here. It's pretty simple. Just gonna go around the airport to the left side of it, which is the north side of the airport, and spin around, come in on the runway 21. So conditions: currently we have a QNH of 0999, 3 nines in a row. So let's go and bring that down. Oh, not too far. Yeah, I went too far there. So 999. And currently the temperature is -9 degrees. So what we're going to do, get some anti-icing going when we get down on the ground, which will be good. Don't worry about the speeds for now. As long as we're on the VNAV currently, we're good until we get into like a bit closer into our descent, and we can start bringing the speed down. So our surface winds are 180 at 3 knots as well, which is good. Right. Let's go and set the barrier, our reference for our arrival, which is meant to be 810, which is technically 200 feet above what our landing altitude is, which I'm going to need to set the pressure at as well. So come on, keep scrolling up to 810. That's gone too far now. There we go, nice. And we also need to do this, set this up to 600. There we go, that's good. So we do have a max of 240 in our IS here, so we can do a speed intervene this down to 240. It's going to stay on idle anyway, just ready for our coming into Negmu. Is that Negmu? Is that Mipko? Okay, that's fine. It's just when we come into the waypoint VKIP, is going to be at 240 knots. Well, maximum 240 knots. So that's all set. We are slowing down just a bit, which is fine. Yeah, we are going just a bit above VNAV now. So it's going to bring up some speed brakes. And now we'll just bring our rate of descent down a bit more and get down 700. Yeah, we're 700 feet above our VNAV, so we need to catch that up. So I'm going to do this, bring this down to 230. And they're going to bring in some vertical speed for now, just to bring us down. About 800 feet might do it. So you need to make sure that you're catching up with it, which you're not. So about a good one is about 1,400. And can make sure we are. Yeah, that's pretty much the rate of descent we should be doing actually. That's fine. So it's going to be slowing down like this then. So, any traffic that we got? No, that's weird. No, there might not actually be any traffic. That's fine. Ultra Traffic Live is working, so that's alright. Not much in Lapland currently. Yeah, so we don't actually get much sunlight here at up at Lapland. We get back in about an hour, I believe, a day, which is a bit crazy. Right, it's got some lag spikes. That is probably just the airport loading in, because this is this is freeware airport as well. I've got loads of different sceneries. I've got a whole of Finland mesh and everything about Finland. So it's actually quite nice to do a VFR around Finland as well. So RV Nav is about to come back in as well. Just approaching 300 feet from it. So like, okay, let's go and get the landing lights on, and seatbelt signs can come straight on. Engine speeds can come to continuous, and we just passed 10,000 feet. Right, going down to 220 knots. And let's activate the VNAV. That will bring it up to 240. That's fine, we can bring it down manually down to 220. Take a look outside. It's beautiful. Yeah, the FPS is coming back just a tad as the sunrise textures are so slowly fading away, which gives us some FPS again. Right. For some reason I can't see these main panel lights. I don't think are working, unless it's these. No. So it's all right. So I'm going to do auto brake 2. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it does say auto brake 2 there. Well, I think we can go away with 1, because we're going to try and come off at Bravo, which is just in line with our stand today, stand 9. Yes, stand 9, which is good. If it's, yeah, that's if the scenery has got any stands in it, and we're going to start descending down all the way. 2,500 feet, well, 2,400 feet is the start of the ILS. 2,500 is a safe altitude apparently, which you need to get to. So let's go and set flaps 1 and 2 and 5, and bring that speed right down to a flaps 1 debug speed. And make sure that's set to flaps 5, which it is. That's good. Now just help us on the approach. Don't think we need these speed brakes anymore, so it's going to keep them armed. Here we are, slowly slowing down. You can see just about to enter the clouds. Hopefully, what's the cloud base today? Overcast 100 feet apparently. Visibility of 1,000 meters. So we got really low visibility. So I'm going to do an auto land today into the runway. So we're going to both autopilots engaged. I'm not sure what the CMS ones, CWS. Not properly sure on how the autoland works actually. So we're just going to try out. Just put both autopilots on, which I'm going to do. Right. I think we can bring the speed back up to like 200 or something. Yeah, so we should be at 2,500 feet. Well, not at, but around it. So just above. You can see our little route there. So we're landing in flats 30, which is fine. That's good. Let's say 147 knots. Yeah, that's quite a fast approach in terms of the 737. Not that fast if you're like an A380 or a 747. So let's make sure we got all the lights on, which we do. The fuel pumps at the centre are actually off now. To use them up in the cruise. Gen 1, that's good. See the flaps there. Set to 5, and your dampers are on. That's good. Packs on also. Probably put the isolation valve into auto actually. And we are approaching our altitude of 5,000 feet. Which actually, that is the transition altitude. Let's quickly put that in and reduce this down to 2,500. 400, sorry, that's the start of the ILS. And we can actually bring this down to the flats 5 debug speed, 170 knots. Aircraft can just do it itself by going to idle. That's fine by me. Yeah, so our visibility, yeah, we got no visibility pretty much coming in to land today. 100 feet or 100 meters. Yes, 100 feet is the overcast of the clouds today. So off here, about to bring our little right turn into the airport, or not airport, runway, which is the airport, but right, should have gone into the QNH. So we're actually 400 feet below the VNAV. That's fine for now. It'll actually catch us up as we just level off here with the turn. Right, let's go and get us down to flaps 15, and we can go and bring the gear down as soon as we've lined up. Right, speed's coming back in as well. As we just got to our desired 170 knots. Yep, can't see at all. What's a cinematic look like? That is cool. Yeah, you can't even see the aircraft pretty much. It's nowhere to be seen. So we've got the glide slope coming in soon actually as well. I'm going to arm the VOR/localizer. Apparently it's a course of 207 it sets itself. I wonder if I can change it back to 206. As soon as we've got the localizer active, we can go straight to the approach. Alright. Let's go and bring some gear down. Now that will increase our drag. Go bring this speed down to 160. Right, gears down, 3 greens, set flaps 20. Oh no, that was already in 10, now it's 15. But hey, it's alright. Flaps 15 debug speed pretty much. Right, VOR is active, we can go to the approach, set both autopilots on. And our go around is actually 2,500 as well. Which you can just put in there. Right, set flaps 25. We're still coming around. We've got the localizer pretty much active. Just lining up here with the diamond. Glide slope is just above where we so we're a bit below the glide slope, but it will come in as soon as we hold at 2,500 above sea level, not land. it's active now, which is good. So set flaps 30, and that will be our desired speed for landing. Well, flaps for landing, and we can go and set our desired speed for landing, which is 5 knots plus the VREF speed, which we have set to 147, which is 152, which is entered. So this is going to do an auto land, which is going to be good. Let's make sure we got everything set like we want it to be set. So strobes on, logo light, anti-collision is all on. We've got engines on, continuous land lights are on, seatbelt signs are on. That's good. Worry about the icing. Probably. I'm going to get the anti-ice turned on once we get down into the ground. Right, let's take a look at that cinematic view again. I can select. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, screenshot time. Right, it's just got to roll out and flare. So I'm not sure if the autopilot will do that or not. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. When it gets to a certain altitude, it might like activate that and then activate that and stuff like that. So that's good. Right. I'm not sure if we override the auto throttle as well though. Is that an aircraft on the runway? I think it's holding short the runway actually. It's a Cessna 1206 Station Air. Which looks like it's holding short. Hopefully it is holding short. And if we see it, we need to go out the autopilot, sorry, and toga, and do a quick go around. If it has magically entered the runway, which I think it has. No need to worry. We can turn off the aircraft. Right, we're coming up to minimums at 800 feet. Right, got the runway lights active. I'm just about to see them, and there's the end of the runway there. Piper lights are coming in. Right, idle throttle. Touchdown. Versus. And deceleration. Lovely auto land that was. Right, 60 knots, idle throttle. Auto brakes can come in to off position. And we can just roll it out really. We're just going to go over here. Go turn on the aircraft again. Going to slow us down to about 20 knots. Right, that was a good successful landing with the auto throttle. Auto land, sorry. I keep saying auto throttle for some reason. It's because it's flashing red right in front of my eye saying it's disconnected. Spin the aircraft all the way around and clear up, because we don't want to see that mess, do we? So let's go and clear it up. Alright, let's go and bring the auto throttle arm back on, flight directors off. For some reason the nose keeps coming to the right, I don't know why. That's because autopilot was still engaged, that's the reason. And flaps coming all the way up now. So let's go and get the APU started up, because that's what we need to do. And let's just go and wait here, because I'm not sure how GSX is going to go well with this. Gate 9, that's good. Actually, no, because we have so jetways apparently and freeware scenery. So change that, and let's go into the SOD in gate 8. Nice. Air Pro apparently is our baggage thing. Right, let's go and turn these strobes to steady. Wing light can come on, engine speed is 2 off. And we can stop the timer if I can find the click spot. I found it, there we go. And all the lights can come off now. Got a marshaller to take us in. I'm not sure if the docking works, but hey. Yeah, a bit askew here. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, it's really nice to see some SOD jetways in the freeware airport. It's really nice. Good add-on. Don't know why I made it freeware. If you search up like this airport's name and like P3D or something, it will come up, and they need to ask me for the link. Right, so parking brake is set. APU is active along with the APU generators are on, which means we can make sure that APU engine generators are off, which they are. APU bleed can come on now. The dual bleed warning will go soon, and we can now go and shut down the engines. Like so. Yeah, shutting down, yaw damper off. Right, these hydraulics can come off, window heats, probe heats, don't worry, get all the other heats ready soon. We can go and set the seatbelt signs to off, emergency exit lights to off. And that's pretty much all we really need to do for the shutdown. Like set, we just go to menu, F sections, ground connections, set the wheel chocks, and PTEC hovers can come on. And we can go and request deboarding. Right, let's see how this SOD jetway works. So operate jetways. No jetway can operate this position. Okay, apparently there's nothing. Wait, let me just go and check this out. Stand gate 8 options. Dock. Dock. Can I not stock it? Okay, right. Aircraft door, okay. That's because we're probably not lined up. We are slightly a bit too far forward, I'd say. So that might be the reason. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this flight today. Welcome to Laplands. And I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be the return flight for this one, which will be on the Friday, 10 AM GMT time. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Hope you enjoyed the cinematics as well of this wonderful aircraft. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.